from Meatstock in Bendigo. I'm catching up with this pitmaster legend, Mark from GrillCave Banter. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. Yourself?
Good, mate. Good. Now, I believe this is your second Meatstock.
Oh, well, second pre-COVID, but we had the couple beforehand.
Yeah.
So this will be fourth or fifth now in total. So
yeah, nice.
Getting more and more involved each time, each year, just trying to get out. And it's good, you know, that time of year where you catch up with everyone that you haven't caught up with throughout the year.
Yep.
Everyone you talk to, sometimes you get to put names to faces.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, it becomes, and just to watch the growth of the thing be bigger and bigger, more and more people get more and more involved. It's an awesome thing, man.
I know, mate. I know. I've been watching you on the socials, mate. Obviously doing some good barbecue cooking, trying to teach people how to cook as well. I think creating that, or taking away that stigma that is the name and the word pitmaster, because everyone, you know, you're your own pitmaster, right? So
yeah.
How are you finding socials, man, and getting yourself going with all that stuff?
Yeah, so look, a lot of the stuff I've tried to funnel in on over the past year has been the YouTube channel. So doing all the long format videos.
Yep.
And what I'm trying to achieve there is just, you know, there's a lot of people out there who want to get into barbecuing.
Yeah.
And like you said, the word pitmaster can be intimidating. There are a lot of in-depth videos that might be for someone more experienced, but what about the guy who just wants to know the basics, you know? What wood am I using? What pit am I using? How do I dial in the temperature? You know, everyone has to start somewhere. Everyone has to start from the beginning. So if you take away that stigma of what in your head is you idolise as the idea of a pitmaster, well then you become your own. You learn the basics, you grow and advance. So it's not exactly targeting towards all beginners, but just, you know, whether you're just starting out or you're a novice, you're intermediate, whatever, there's always something you can learn.
Yeah.
And you know, I've been doing this for 6-7 years now, before doing all the stuff on social media, and all self-taught, and from watching other guys do what I now put out there in terms of the content I'm showing. So if I had more of that around earlier, you know, as the Australian low and slow community was sort of growing, I'd have a lot more to sort of go off. Probably would have learned things a lot quicker. So the feedback I'm getting with all that so far has been great. And in terms of all the other social media platforms, just enjoying it, man. Not trying to take it too seriously.
Yeah, that's good.
You know, helping people where I can, and just more using it as my own community of friends. And it's good stuff, man.
Awesome, mate. No, I love it. And I think it's one of those things. It's social media has changed rather the ability for anyone to like get there and share their stories and share their vision and their ideas. So that's really fantastic. Now let's take it back to Meatstock, mate. We're obviously in the middle of the War Stage Stadium. If anyone's wondering what those thuds are, it's the axe throwing that's happening to the left of us. Some good, some not so good.
There's a few short misses in there.
And there's a double axe. Damn. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be good. And obviously we just watched the sausage throwdown with the amateurs as well. So Meatstock for me is like, it's just a crazy weekend. Obviously double header this year with Toowoomba
for sure.
leading into Bendigo.
Yeah.
So it's been really interesting. But I guess, mate, coming in here and seeing what inspires you here. What do you look at the Meatstock today and you're like, all right, where do I want to be? What do I want to do next year at Meatstock? You know, what have you got planned, and what would you love to do at Meatstock?
So what I'd love to do is, for me personally, is take it to that next level, get more involved, sort of being part of the crew. But the thing I love the most about it is I think watching people come in and you see the smiles, it's the atmosphere. I want to be where the people are. I want to be where the atmosphere is growing, and just watching people in awe of certain things, whether that's watching a comp, seeing the awards, or just seeing the smoke billow out of a 4-ton pit we've got out there, whatever it is, 6-ton. It's seeing
Crank the tank you're talking about.
Yeah, that's it. Crank the tank. Crazy thing. So
that thing's massive.
It's seeing that. That's where the growth in this comes from. The more people come along, the more people crack a smile on their face, you know, the bigger it gets. So the answer to that is everywhere I can be, man. I want to be everywhere I can be. What about you? Where do you can pick one spot to hang out in? Where are you going?
Look, I must admit, I love everything about Meatstock. I do love the War Stage and doing the interviews, meet the pitmasters. We did the meet and greets with Smoker Baker as well, which was a lot of fun. But yeah, look, I love the stage. I love the demo stage too. Like I had the privilege to work with the guys from the Q Club and Traeger this week, which, mate, if someone told me 3 years ago, 3 years ago was my first Meatstock.
Yeah, right.
I've been cooking, doing rib demonstrations on the Traeger tent with the guys from Q Club and BBQ critiquing me. I wouldn't have believed you, you know, like it's, And I think that's what Meatstock gives you. It gives you an opportunity where, yeah, if you do create those relationships you can build out, where do I see in the next Meatstock? Oh, look, I think much the same. What I really love is the ability to be able to talk to amazing country music people as well. That's been really, really cool. And I don't know, like, yeah, I think without Meatstock, I don't think Casey Barnes would walk out, see me and go like, hey mate, and give me a handshake. Like it happened today and I was like, shit. All right, that was pretty cool. I didn't expect that. And but yeah, that's the kind of stuff Mark and I love. And I think the interviews we do love doing the interviews. They're a lot of work, but I love this because it gives us a compressed time where we go like, all right, now I'm catching up with you.
Yeah, for sure.
We caught up with the Buckleys. We did a couple other interviews the other day. So it's kind of like you do a whole bunch, create the content, and like, all right, I'm set for a few weeks. That was a horrible throw.
Sounded like
no, I see, mate. Look, and I guess you seeing a lot of vendors, right? A lot of people selling their wares as well. You've got a couple of rubs out, 2 rubs?
Yeah, 2. So, well, a third one that did just drop, but we're going to do a bit more promotional around that.
Yeah,
what we're doing.
Talk us through the rubs and that creation.
Yeah, man. So, look, it goes back to probably just after last year's Meatstock. I'd had the first one in the works, which was the raunchy rib rub. And that was something that I'd messed around for a long time. You had a lot of pork rubs out there that had the same flavour profiles. You know, heat, sweet, all that sort of stuff. I wanted something that came in sweet for the whole thing.
Sorry, man. That axe was... Oh my god, that went, anyway, keep going, sorry.
Yeah, so something that hits sweet hard, but then mellowed out with heat at the end, where a lot of people tend to do it the other way around. They have that heat and then finish off on the sweet. And so I knew I had something different. And it actually, you know, talked about how can I get this batch replicated over and over again. And that's where I got in contact with Sam Sauce.
It is a Sam, we had a feeling.
Yeah, it was Sam.
Sam Kimmo, if anyone's wondering.
Because I had the jars and all the bottles all going myself for a while, and I just, for the first 2 months, couldn't keep up with it. We've got to hold, we've got to pull back, we've got to stop. So got in contact with Sam, we made that happen.
Nice.
Helped him out with everything, and it was, I mean, happy with that. And the second rub was the Zest, which was actually an accident. It was a twist on the raunchy rib. Then we added in some honey and some lime and stuff like that, and it just did really well. So we got it into a fair few local butchers around in my area. So,
I ran into a few last year.
Yeah, nice. So we got it out there, and then just started working on more and more blends that I can bring out, and all trial and error, doing them in small batch. And once I know they do good, I'm happy with them, and then we try and bring them out in bulk. So slow process, and it's hard, man. And there's times you want to step back because you know, a lot of sales and all, you know what that's all like. So, but it's been a good journey so far, and to have all the positive feedback on something that I've been able to create that I know I've tried for so long and it has a difference to everyone else has been awesome. So
that's great, mate. That's great. And I suppose like it's one of those things. Like, and I guess the other side of things is you. And I guess you know, this might be on the show as well for you, is the GrillCave Banter.
GrillCave Banter,
you know, having the chat, and I guess I sort of see what you do, and I'm like, yep, I totally see the attraction and having those conversations. But how's that going for you? And I guess you just jumped into Spotify, where this might be sitting right now. So
So we did it. First one was probably over a year and a half ago now. You know, at first it started with me just sitting on a couch talking barbecue on YouTube, whatever, nothing much, and then ended up doing the idea of, right, we need to get some people on. You know, we spoke for a little bit briefly, and I think we had 5 guests that I ended up doing really bad, man. Like, you know, Instagram connection issues. But the feedback I got from it, from the, you know, 10 to 15 people that tuned into each one, was that they love just that banter, that no script, talk, you know, shoot the wind. So I thought it'd be about time to bring it back again, try and do things a little bit better. And I mean, getting people involved who had seen it last time. So like Sam's lined up to be one of the guests.
Oh, cool. Sam's got an amazing story.
Oh yeah, his whole thing, and just, I think anyone who's trying to get into, you know, running their own business and transitioning away needs that bit of motivation. His story is amazing for that. So,
that's it.
You know, we've done the first episode so far. We'll chuck this on there as well. A big part of it was getting it onto Spotify as well. Same thing you guys are doing.
I mean, that's
that listenability just gives another option.
That's it. I mean, that was the feedback, and for me, it was. I think you know, like Mark will attest to this. Is like I want the quality to be right. So for me, like I didn't ever want to go to Spotify till I got that right, the intros and the outros. And then as soon as we got the Roadcaster, I'm like, all right, this is, and it's a massive game changer to get that vocals the way it needs to be. And you just feel like you're in a bloody radio station. It's amazing.
Yeah,
I love it. I just like pop my headphones on. I'm like, well, you're listening to the BBQ and Brews show.
That's it.
It's good fun, mate. But no, that's great, mate. Do that, because I think one thing that it doesn't take a genius to work out is that there's no one doing barbecue-based stories or podcasts in Australia. Like, huge shout out to Ben from the Smoking Hot Confession. I got massive inspiration from him, and we had him on the show as well, probably a couple of years ago now. But he set the groundwork up, and you can see it's a lot of work. It definitely bogs me down. Like I sort of go like, oh man, like it's just you kind of like because I mean I'm not sure if you do it, but I do a heck of a lot of prep. Not for this one, obviously. This is not. I love these ad lib ones as well, but I do a lot of prep to get things going. So it takes a lot of work to bring them together. Yeah. But it's daunting though. You get someone like Jay Beaumont on, or you get like Diva on the show and things like that. You get like, oh man, this is.
You guys make it so seamless though. You had your one with Jay, Diva, the one with Jess Prize you guys had last year.
Jess
it comes, everyone who you've had on wants to be there to chat, and that's what makes it flow. The conversation doesn't stall at any point in time, and it's. Who doesn't want to get on and talk barbecue, right? That's
it. We just got to get people to listen to barbecue.
That's it. We'll get there, man. We'll get there.
So we'll work through that, mate. But yeah, look, that's great, mate. Look, I guess a few hours left here at Meatstock, Bendigo. What do you got planned? What have you been eating, mate? What haven't you been eating?
So I tried to get the pork belly lollipop.
I
still haven't got it yet. So it's the one thing I haven't got, but I've done the meat box, the beef shorties. I've been to basically every vendor, drinking everything in sight. So trying to take it a little easier today. But now I'm just waiting now. Casey Barnes in an hour and a half.
Yes.
So I will be front and center for that one.
If it makes you feel any better, Casey Barnes walked down to Carolina Smokers and didn't get one.
What?
Yeah, that was good.
Because it
just ran out because he runs out. Like it literally the most popular. It's for anyone. It's literally pork belly rolled up on a stick.
Looks incredible.
Smoked, full of barbecue flavor. And who doesn't like meat on a stick? Like, it's like you're at a festival. Like I don't want to eat like this. I want to eat like that. Yeah. So he walked out, and Casey was not happy. He's like, mate, you told me to come down. I just take photos with people. But no, it was good. But no, cool, mate. Well, look, great to have a chat to you. What's coming up for 2024? What's coming up in the future, mate?
2024, we'll keep progressing with the rubs, try and get that out into more and more places. Quality is a big thing for me at the moment, so working on audio, working on the way I do my footage for the YouTube videos. It's a small number, but I'm hopefully by the end of this month should crack the 1,000 subscribers. So you
got to do reels, man.
Yeah, well that's it. But
on YouTube.
On YouTube, the shorts. So like I do them as well, but the algorithm's a bit funky for me, so I'm still trying to crack that. Something about doing it though with all those long form videos has seemed to have been like I've had my first video crack 30,000. Nice. Which not a big deal to some, but knowing how hard YouTube is to crack, hopefully. Things just start to snowball a little bit. So that's a big focus of mine this year and the rubs. So
And Aaron for Low and Slow Basics, I was listening to the video that he was on, and he talks about YouTube's all about consistency. So I think we had
same time every Sunday.
Yeah, and he hasn't missed that. So, and I don't, as easy as that sounds,
it's so hard,
man. It's so hard.
You got to put the time to cook. You got to allocate. You know what
edit
everything's like, mate.
No, awesome, mate. Well, look, enjoy the rest of Meatstock. We're right next to Sweet Stock. For anyone who's wondering what's to the right of us, it looks amazing. I really want a donut.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah. All right, Mark, good to chat to you, mate. Finally caught up with you, man.
It's been a while, man.
Awesome, mate.
Awesome.
Well, good luck for the next year, mate. I hope we'll catch up with you in the coming weeks and months or whatever.
For sure, mate. Catch up soon.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers,
See ya.
Bye.